The NASCAR Cup Series visits the famous Talladega Superspeedway today. This is Joe Moore and Barney Hall for MRN, and we're live to bring you all the action. We should be in for quite a show today, Barney.
Let me sum it up for you all. 2.6 miles, 4 lanes, 190 miles an hour. Just doesn't get much better. Let's just hope these guys can stay out of the big one.
Here we are, folks. It's Talladega Superspeedway as the chase for the championship in Pole One NASCAR Series Season 25 continues here in the Alabama 500. DJ Kirker is on the pole, and Rago, highest chaser, starting in 9th, and Richardson 10th, and M-Dev 11th. Guerrero, Lewis, Stoudemire, Arnott, Larson, Smart, and Fitzwater round out the field. So we're going to have 20 laps here in Talladega. This will decide who is going in, which 5 drivers will lock their spots into the championship race at Zen Joltis. We already know Richardson is in by winning the Super Snack 500. We'll see who else is going to join along with which 4 will join him in the quest for the championship in Season 25. And what better way to determine that then with a race here at Talladega. Here we go. Green flag will come out in Dega, and we're underway in the Alabama 500. They waste no time going 3 wide. This is Talladega after all. 20 laps of super fast racing here. Kirker has the advantage as these cars are going to go 3-4 wide to start the race. Last 2 races are going to be in super speedways. This one and of course the Great Zen Joltis will decide who wins the championship. Already a big crash. 5 cars involved. Not the big one though. Everybody else stays alive. Let's hope they stay throughout. And racing to the caution, it's going to be... Who's it going to be the leader? It is Wanderlei. Gabriel Wanderlei leads us back to the line. Let's hope these guys are slow. Oh no! Oh wow, Jerry Guerrero spins under yellow. Thank goodness though nobody else was caught up in that wreck. But, wow, rough patch here on Jerry Guerrero right here. That could have gone worse. John Arnott involved. Jay Jefferson got a bit of damage. Jerry Guerrero spins. And we have a 5-car crash here to begin the race. Not the big one as we had expected. But still, it's much better than having like half the field out of the race already on the first lap. There was the crash. No chaser was involved. Thank goodness. And Joshua Scully has damage. And let's see if the drivers will commit to pit early on. They will. So I wouldn't expect pit stops to be a concern here today. Richardson stays out though. He's gonna gamble to begin the race. Well, now he's on pit road, and Richardson's out of gas. I guess the gamble didn't pay off for the 17 at all. Yikes! He was just trying to stay out and possibly get this win because he has nothing to lose since he already locked in a championship spot at the Super Snack 500. But it turns out it was not a good idea, and he is on pit road just before the green flag waves. So Wanderlei cycles out as the leader again, and he has a problem. Wanderlei has a problem to start off the race. Thank goodness, though, nobody slowed down in front of behind the one, but tough break for the one machine, already off off to a bad start, and now the 1 has a problem. That is incredible! What a start to this race! Wow! Field separated now, and more drivers to pit. Now the 83 has to pit. Oh, wait a minute. No, the 23 pits. That's Ben Braley. The 83 stays alive, thank goodness. Still alive to win this race. And possibly get into the championship 5. Top 5. Oh, look at this. 3-4 wide. 17 getting back onto the track. This is going to be very problematic. Oh man, how did they avoid the 17? Wow! The 17 was very slow coming off pit road, and they were 3 or 4 wide racing, and yet they still made it. Wow, I gotta give credit for them. They avoided barely what could have been the big one. Oh man, 41, he's on the apron, he too. Wait a minute, what is he doing? What is he doing? Is there a caution? Yes, there is. Yellow is out. 1 crash toward Larson. 1 crash, and this doesn't... what the... wow. Oh no, I think... oh, wait, what? Wow, Aiden Milliken, he takes out the 17? And then the 19 is hit. He has no hood on. I don't know what happened in the back there. This is getting crazy. And now the cars are slowing down. Oh no. Oh no, Johnny Garner spins on the caution. So does the 6. And the 3 is hit. Oh man. They're beating and banging on after the caution. Wow, are you kidding? Wow, there's some commotion here at Talladega. And now things are getting tight. Well, everyone's just trying to get back into where they're supposed to be. Things are tight. And now Ben Braley is ruled as the race leader. Richardson, Larson, Milliken, Andrews out of the race. We have 8 laps to go here at Talladega. Wanderlei is down a lap, so not a factor today. And now Ben Braley's the leader. This is going to be fun. With 8 to go, we're back to the green at Talladega. I have a lot of drivers present, still running, but a lot of commotion for this race. This will make this probably one of the most exciting races we've ever had at this track. Josh Crash off to a bad start, and Josh Crash is off to a good start. I mean, it's the 23 off to a bad start. Wow. Now they're going 3 wide. Or they're going to start to go 3 wide. They will. Lauren wants to go back into the swing of things. Lawler's getting held up by the 1. The 1 machine is creating all sorts of problems for our leaders. He might be helping out the 42. Teammate Jared Lewis, he might be helping out. 4 wide for the lead. Here we go. This is what Talladega is all about. Elijah Gordon gonna go low, trying to get through the 1, trying to finally get out of the 1's way and get clean air for himself. No way. Ooh boy. Sorry about the burp. But anyway, Elijah Gordon, now the leader. Getting help from the other Bass Pro Shop car, Alex Ragow. Teammates helping out. And now Ragow's going to be on his own. Gordon's going to be on his own. 6 to go at Talladega. Still a 4-wide battle. Anybody could win. And this is what fans finally wanted to see from Talladega. Finally getting a good race with 4 5-wide action for the race lead. Wanderley's up on the high line, so no worries except for one car who couldn't get out of the way. That's Shazaz. Shazaz is getting held up by the one machine of Wanderley. Cody Smart running for second place. Can he get there? Five laps to go. And Smart is on his own. He's looking to lock himself into Championship 5 with his 3rd win. Could be anybody's race now. And the next caution will end the race. So this is going to be pretty big. Jacob Lawler looks to go with another chase race win. Would be a 3-time winner, by the way, this season if he does. And that would be unprecedented, getting 2 wins in 3 races. That would be a nice way to go out this season. 4 laps to go. 4 wide back there. Next caution is going to end the race. Here comes 95. Big spin. The big one has happened. There they go. The big one is struck here at Talladega. Everyone getting piled up. Oh, man. I knew this was going to happen. I knew some point or somewhere or another there was going to be a wreck. Here comes Rogers. Racing back to the line. Here we go. Sam Rogers gets the lead. Guerrera's going to have to try one more chance. Here he comes to the tri-oval. Lawler's not going to have a fight. Here comes McPherson. But Sam Rogers, I think that's all he needs. Sam Rogers leads us to the yellow flag. What a finish. Sam Rogers gets it. Guerrera second. It looks like he'll probably get enough points to make it through, but we'll see. But coming off the final turn, and Sam Rogers has won here at Talladega. His 2nd win of the season. And Rogers does it here at Dega in a wild race. The big one didn't happen until the final lap, and everybody started to wreck out. That is it from Talladega. Guerrera 2nd as a chaser, MDEP 6th. There's Lewis, Fitzwater, Arnott, and Ragow. 4 chasers in a row, and Stoudemire. Smart retired. Richardson and Larson out of the race. 23 cars were left on the track. Not a bad run. That is it here from Talladega. And now let's reveal which 5 drivers will be competing for the championship at Zandvoorts. Alrighty guys, before we reveal which 5 drivers will compete for the championship, it's time to reveal the unedited point standings, and this is for the Pichu Cup. The winner of the Pichu Cup will get a reserve ride to next season, so it is just as important as winning the Pokemon NASCAR Championship. That champion would also get a reserve ride into next season. Only the champion and the Pichu Cup winner gets reserve rides into next season. If a driver wins both in the same season, the next highest in the Pichu Cup point standings will get a reserve ride. So Lawler, Arnott, and Stoudemire are in the chase. So if one of those 3 win the title, the next highest in points, if they would get the reserve ride. So. Anyway, here are the Pichu Cup points. Morgan McPherson is up 11 points ahead of Stoudemire Jr., 21 points ahead of Lawler, 24 points ahead of Arnott, 27 ahead of Rogers, 30 ahead of Lewis, and 43 ahead of Milliken. Those are the only drivers that can compete for the Pichu Cup title. It's going to be a very tight one into the championship race. So here are the rest of the points, and I'll show you the rest of the drivers in the standings, just so that you know where your driver ended up so far, and it's a pretty tight one indeed. So There's the standings, the list of all of them in the championship hunt. And let's go to the chase points. Now the moment you've been waiting for. So I did additions before. This is John Arnott's points. So we have 10 points. Whoops. My apologies there. That's epic fail there. But anyway, I know you could probably do the additions, but yeah. Anyway, it's 10 points for John Arnott, plus 4, plus 3, plus 30, plus 28. That equals to 1,075. I decided to do it like in the Windows version instead of doing it from my phone. It would be easier and you'd see me do the right addition. We know Richardson is in because of the win at the Super Snack 500, so we'll save him for last. There's 10 points, and that plus 38. This is Amari Stoudemire Jr. Add 35, add 17, add 19. We get 1,119. And right now he's ahead of John Arnott in terms of the standing, so he might be a safe lock into the championship 5. Remember, only 5 cars advance. Let's go to Matthew Emdev. I'm going to save Richardson for last because I'm curious to see how many points he would have accumulated if, even with the win at the Super Snack 500. There's 10 for Emdev, plus 18, plus 10, plus 5, plus 35. What do we get? We get 1,078. The total 1,078 for Matthew Emdev. That would make him second in the points behind Stoudemire, but ahead of John Arnott. So Arnott is in trouble right now. He might not make it to the final 5. But anyway, here's Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater's up next with 10 points. Add that to 39. And then add that to 1. Just 1 point from the second race Fitzwater, and he finished dead last. And the 29 points. 1,097. 1,097, and that would make him second in points. So now John Arnott is in trouble. So now we get to the drivers eliminated. Cody Smart, 10 points. 26 points. Then 9 points. Then 39. And 15. That adds up to 1,099 for Cody Smart. And that is enough for second in points. So Stoudemire might be safe, might be in. And it looks like Arnott might be out, according to the final points. But just out of curiosity, we're going to add the other ones. We're saving Richardson for last, because he was the only chaser to win. So yeah. Anyway, Alex Ragow, 10. Add the 2, 34, 32, 27. 1,105 points for Ragow, and he is in number 3. So I guess it's official that John Arnott is out, and maybe Emdev could be out next. We haven't added Richardson's points, but he's already a lock, so that is going to be very close. It looks like Emdev and Arnott are in the hot seat right now. So that puts Jerry Guerrera up next, the last of the 2-time winners in the chase. 10, 27, 30, 13, 39. That equals 1,119 for Jerry Guerrera. That puts him in a tie with Amari Stoudemire Jr. But more importantly, it's safe to say he's going to be in. And it could be Zachary Fitzwater that could be out of the running. We will see, though. 1,105 for Tord Larson. We add that to 12, 13, 25, 1,059. Lowest of the drivers in the points, and he is out. So Larson's not even close. Finally, let's get to Jared Lewis before we get to James Richardson. 1,005 for Jared. 19, 18, 28, 31. 1,101. So it looks like that'll be good for 4th place. And he might be in, and Cody Smart might be out. One more driver, that is James Richardson. Now let's make it official. He's already locked in, but we're going to add up all the points he's accumulated in the chase just to see where he stands. 1,102 for James Richardson. Where would he rank? 4th highest. So he's got a safe cushion. That win might have helped him out at the very, very end. And now we've got our 5 drivers that'll be competing for the championship at Zenjoltis. They are Amari Stoudemire Jr., Jerry Guerrera, Alex Ragau, James Richardson, and Jared Lewis. And the difference between 5th and 6th was just 2 points. 2 points separated Lewis and Smart. Wow, that is just weird. Let me compare that to Smart. Right now there's Richardson's, there's Lewis's points, and there's Smart's points. I think, Smart had the boost 39 of the 3rd race, but Lewis was more constant, and Smart had that bad race in the 2nd one, so that might have been the difference maker. That was so close. That came down to the wire for sure. But anyway, let's see where they would stand, Lewis and Smart. Lewis is 6th, so Lewis would have still owned the tiebreaker in terms of highest in non-chase points. Smart was 21st in points. So even if Smart tied with Lewis, Lewis would have owned the tiebreaker because he was higher in points, in non-points, despite the fact that Smart had 2 wins and Lewis had only 1 win. So anyway, Jared Lewis, he got the last laugh of Matthew Emdev. He said that he was going to be back in the 22 next season, hopefully. So Lewis in the 42, though, he might want to rethink about that because he is in the chase in the 42, knocking out his old ride, Emdev, out for contention. So anyway, that is it here from Talladega, and we have our 5 drivers competing for the title. Stoudemire Jr., Guerrera, Ragau, Richardson, and Lewis, all for the championship. This is going to be fun, and we'll see you guys at Zenjoltis for the championship.